I don't have camp fees, I don't have park fees, I have no accommodation. So diesel, water and sunshine's all I need.
Yeah, so it's like
cheap.
2 years for 12 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right. Kym,
Hi.
how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Good.
Mate,
Good,
I appreciate you coming down. I want to get straight into it because like what you guys do is just awesome.
yeah, it's pretty unusual sort of stuff. There's not many of us out there playing with these big trucks and,
No.
and enjoying it.
So for anybody that's not watching that can't see the logo, because I mean obviously it's a familiar logo for me in the area, but it's out there everywhere. Australian Adventure Vehicles. You guys, there we go, he's on it already.
Oh, good
you
on you.
guys build some of the coolest trucks.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. We take an ordinary truck and make it extraordinary.
Yeah, you can't. It's like you're doing like what I do, but on steroids and crack and everything, and turning them into something that's just like
Out there.
they're awesome.
Thank you.
What's I don't even know where I want to start with this. 'Cause, like I want one, but it's like so. For anybody that's not familiar with the touring side, because we're actually starting to get some out of Australia viewers and listeners, which is I
good.
mean that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But our version of touring would be called overlanding over in the States, is it?
Around the world it's called overlanding, yes.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's just Australia that messes with it.
Well, Australia and the Dutch and the Germans are the ones who do the big overlanding travel as far as travel internationally.
Right.
I mean, let's face it, most people would basically think the adventure is driving around Australia, but there's a whole world out there.
Yeah.
You should drive around the world. That's
Yeah.
where it becomes exciting.
And you've actually just gotten back from
Canada.
Canada.
I
Which
shipped
is
our
like-
vehicle 3.5 months ago to Seattle.
Yep.
And I spent the last 3 months driving the Rockies in Canada
Yep.
up to Tuktoyaktuk, which is about 500k north of the Arctic Circle, and then across the Yellowknife. And that was 3 months of travel and 16,000 k's in 3 months.
But you've done something like near on 500,000 k's in all over the place. We were talking
from
about
North
earlier.
America, from northern Canada or northern Alaska, from Prudhoe Bay, the ice roads up there,
Right.
down through Central and South America,
Yeah.
then across to Africa, drove through Africa, across Europe, Iceland, Scandinavia. It's been
Good
pretty
Lord.
cool. Yeah, across Mongolia, across Russia twice. Love to do that again, but
Wow.
it's a bit messy over there at the moment.
Yeah, that's probably not a topical destination that you'd
Not
want
at
to be
the
right
moment.
now. But the up in the driving through like the ice and the snow and all that sort of stuff, that's got to be a little sketchy and
It's
something.
a bit more than a bit of sand and things like that. It slides like crazy.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, I've been on top of a hill and not be able to control anything as far as just sliding down. And of course, all your knowledge that you've gained from four-wheel drive competition stuff, which I used to do with Outback Challenge and Rainforest Challenge, it's like driving on slippery clay.
Yeah.
So if you're sliding down a hill, you've got to accelerate down the hill to get your traction or to get your traction back, but your direction as well too.
Yeah.
So, it can be pretty ballsy, I suppose, for whatever terminology. I'm still always pulling my wife's fingernails out of my thighs. So that's a fair indication of what crazy stuff we do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a great video at the moment I've seen a couple of times of a bloke, and it's a slow-mo thing of his, it's got the caption at the top and it says, my wife saved us from a crash. And it's a slow-mo of her, having this massive reaction. And then it cuts to him sitting there just like, what are you doing? And then the car in front cuts to that and it's 30 metres ahead. Yeah. So, look, I think there's...
It's a balance. I mean, it's a balance as far as in the family as well, too. You are driving, and in my case, I've got a four-wheel drive motorhome overseas.
Yes.
And you've got to protect that because it's there for, in my case, it's going to be in continental America for 2 years.
Yeah.
So you've got to protect that as well too. But at the same time, I've got to keep pushing the limit all the time, right?
Yeah, you got to chase that, that next thrill.
Yeah,
a little
absolutely.
bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. And that's where all this business came from, purely because when I was 18, I wanted to drive around the world.
Right.
Right? I mean, not everyone has that mission, but I did.
Yeah.
And you go into club competition with four-wheel driving and all that type of thing, and then one thing progresses to the next, and here we are.
So the first initial thing for you was four-wheel drives in Australia.
Yeah, and camping and doing. I think we did Madigan's Line. Everyone talks about Madigan's Line as being a tough trip. We did that in 1998. There was no roads, no tracks.
Wow.
It was by GPS.
Yeah.
So we were out on the tracks for 3 days to start with. It's a 10-day trip by GPS in the old days.
Yeah.
3 days out, America shuts down the GPS coordinates.
Oh, no.
So you don't have a GPS for what we did for not for 24 hours.
Yeah.
So you're just following the angle of the sand dunes
Yeah.
in the same line. We finished up, we're about 15, 20 Ks off bearing after 24 hours or 2 days of driving. And bear in mind, we're only doing 20, 30 Ks a day because it's tough stuff.
Yeah.
We had a Hilux, we broke every leaf spring in the Hilux. We tore the spring hangers off a GQ Patrol.
Right.
And I broke a spring hanger on the Troopy, which I had.
Yeah.
And I phoned back to the office, or they phoned me and said, oh, the Australian dollar's crashed, because I'm an importer of doing products, importing those. Oh, the Australian dollar's crashed. I think, you think you got a problem. I got to break a spring hanger. I can die out here, mate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it all becomes relative. But, yeah, we did all that sort of crazy stuff.
Wow. And so that's, at what point did you sort of say, oh, so you were already at that sort of time period, had a business in and around this?
Nothing to do with this. It was totally devoid of this. Yeah.
But in and around like the touring and forward driving? No, nothing.
No.
Okay.
It's in the jewellery business, so it had nothing to do. It's totally remote from this.
Yeah, that's a total different direction.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that came from a family hobby, and that was fine, and it's worked out well.
Yeah.
And then this business here grew from a family hobby. I designed. I wanted to drive around the world, as I said, right?
Yeah.
So 2007, we drove across the Road of Bones. Ewan Gregor, Charlie Borman, The Long Way Round.
Right.
Right. We saw that. My daughter bought me the book. Christmas time, she bought me the video, and I called a mate over and said, oh, we'll sit down and watch this, and had a few beers. I said, I'd love to do that.
Right.
Rang me up a week later and said, if you want to do it, I'll come with you.
Yeah, nice.
9 months later, we had 2 vehicles in a 40-foot container heading to northern Russia.
Wow.
And that was the start of our stuff.
So we're going to stop just talking about shit. We're going to start doing some of this.
Yeah,
right.
I have a philosophy. It's written on the back of my the overland vehicle.
Yeah.
You only visit this planet once. Better see it before you leave.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, right. And
So, you ready to go now?
yeah, well, look, hey, I got an 80 series downstairs. When that's done, it's going. And well, we might even have a bit of a timeline because we've got some cool stuff coming up that I don't want to miss. So
Yeah. But that's what this is all about. That's what the business is all about.
Yeah.
Building that sort of product for people to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then offer them the advice of how to do it, how to ship it, the logistics of it, importing and exporting from different countries.
Yeah.
It's not just a matter of driving a truck around Australia. And yeah, look, that's a really important part of our business.
Yeah.
And 90% of our sales would be exactly that.
Yeah.
But that small percent are the extreme people.
Well, yeah, like you were talking about when we were chatting a bit earlier, was when you talk about the dollar figures, because the first thing that comes to mind for me is shipping a truck like that would have to be
Yeah, you sort of think, oh, squillions and squillions. You've got to be sort of mega stuff. It's not.
No.
To ship from Brisbane to Seattle, which we did, it's a 6-week, 8-week voyage,
Yeah.
12,000 Australian dollars. Now, you might say, okay, it's $12,000, a lot of money, but that truck's going to be in continental North America for 2 years.
Yeah.
I've got no accommodation
Yep.
because it's totally independent and not a remote travel vehicle.
Yeah.
I've got food I need to buy. I'm going to eat that here anyway.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Diesel.
Yep.
Diesel in Canada is $1.29 Canadian a litre, which is $1.35 Australian, so it's cheap.
Yeah.
I don't have camp fees. I don't have park fees. I have no accommodation. So diesel, water and sunshine's all I need.
Yeah. So
So it's
like
cheap.
2 years for 12 grand,
Yeah,
effectively.
that's right.
You know, like you're not, I mean, gee, I don't even know how quickly you would go through that in accommodation for like hotels and motels and stuff like that. But
a lot.
you
But
go
on the
through
other
there.
side, look at all these Rhine River cruises people are doing.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
$12,000, $15,000 per person
Yeah.
for 10 days.
Yeah.
24 grand, 10 days. I got 2 years
For half of it.
for half of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, it's
it's
a cool way of doing it.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a perspective shift for it because I had not gone down that path from the first thought of the first issue being how much is it going to cost to get it over there. Because you just go, oh, that's what are we
crazy.
looking at?
It's
50, 100 grand, I don't know. You know.
There's a lot of logistics in it, but that's
Yeah.
fine. That's part of the experience, I think, and a part of the adventure is pulling up at a border and the guy wanting some bribes and things like that. And you say, no, I want to just enjoy this myself and go through the process. And lots of smiling. And
Yeah, right. Okay, I wasn't going down that path, but okay, that's... what sort of countries are you going to that sort of stuff? Because for me, that sounds like something out of a movie. Like,
yeah,
you know.
well, it is. I mean, interesting enough, the poorest countries in the world are the most friendly.
Yeah.
And and they do the most things for you.
Yeah, okay.
Cambodia, Laos, Colombia, Venezuela, Russia, for that matter. When we did Russia in 2007,
Yeah.
we drove across Russia and we did the Rona Bones then. You know, we broke a spring hanger on the truck,
Yeah.
repaired up, and you get out and you say, okay, how much? Oh, nada. Oh, you're a guest of our country. You know, they're offended for you asked.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, the best, Australians are great. You go to Birdsville, something like that, 50, $200, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, that's happened so many times in the world that we'll just fix it. You're our guest in this country.
Wow. That's so foreign.
Yeah.
To...
What you would imagine.
Yeah. You would think like... But then see, like, I've had people I know that have gone to, Bali and places like that, and they'll tell you, if you're going shopping to have your own bag, don't take one of their bags because it's color coded and they know if they can rip you off or not, or wording to that effect. Yeah. And it's like, that just seems so foreign to any thought that I've got or had on what that would be like.
I guess it's all how you approach the situation. I mean, we've got photographs of family. You don't have a photograph of your house because that's sort of a bit, wow.
You're right.
Too much, looking like dollars and so forth.
Right.
But photographs of your family and your grandkids and things like that.
Yeah.
And you cross the border and they think, oh, this is actually a real person.
Yeah.
It's not a cash cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway.
Have you been to any places that you've been touring around where you've had any sort of sketchy spots?
People always like to ask that. We're being shot at a couple of times.
Yeah, right.
But on the other side, I mean, a couple of times, Africa and where was it? Also in Venezuela. Well, shot out there. But, we moved on and we're still here to talk about it. But I can tell you about 110 other incidents which have been so much beyond that.
Yeah.
It's through the Amazon and you're looking for internet and asking young teenagers how we can get free internet and all that sort of thing. Someone comes up and raps on the door and sort of says, oh, where are you going to camp tonight? And you think, oh, my God, is this a bit of a con?
Yeah.
He worked out he owned a Brazilian bus company with 135 buses. He owned a casino in Las Vegas, a granite mine type thing. And he took us out to his private ranch and football, owned a football
with team or something.
Team and so forth.
Yeah.
And wined and dined us out there. I mean, unbelievable stuff that can happen.
Yeah, right.
You just got to, I have a saying, you've got to say yes more often.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean,
you're probably also, you've done a lot of travelling too, so for
you tend to feel it as well too.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like sketchy as around here when we're like at Cancuna Beach or one of those places and a truck pulls up, you're like, oh, here we go, what's that? What's going to happen here? But then that's just also my kind of, see, it so depends. Like, I'd be very different. Like, if me and him were traveling around somewhere, just having a boys' month trip would be a very different feeling than if I got like my lady with me. Yeah. Because then it's like, it's just a whole different ball game when there's females involved for me. But again, not with your level of experience.
It's the same here as it is in Africa and every other country in the world. It's only that small percentage of people who are
a problem. Yeah, no, that's fair. So what was it that sort of made you go, like, this is a hobby, like, I love doing this. I'm going to turn it into a business.
I wanted a truck to drive around the world. So I actually got another company on the Sunshine Coast to build me a vehicle.
Yep.
And that's the one I shipped to Russia. In fact, we drove across Australia out to the Great Sandy Desert in Western Australia, did 10 days GPS out to Dragon Tree Soak and popped out on the 90-mile beach. That was my test of that vehicle before I shipped it across to Russia.
That's not a bad test.
That's not bad, yeah. It was 4 months driving across Russia with the Road of Bones, et cetera, and that's a great story in its own right.
Yep.
But it was built wrong.
Right.
So
Okay.
in that 4 months, I designed what is a company now called Earth Cruiser. I designed that product in my head over the 4 months and came back and started a company called Earth Cruiser.
Right.
Sold a few of those vehicles successfully. It was a greatly successful company, but I had itchy feet. So I sold that business to my then business partner
Yep.
and headed off, and we shipped our Earth Cruiser number 3 to Malaysia and did Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, China, Tibet, Mongolia, Russia, across Russia again,
Yep.
shipped to the States, Alaska to South America, to Africa, Europe, as I think I've mentioned before,
Yep.
and then realised that, there were a few improvements we could have made on that,
Yeah.
and then finished up, whilst I was in Africa, I designed the 17 by 9 inch super single wheels for these Fuso with an Isuzu trucks.
Okay.
I had an agent in Japan, America, and North America, and Africa. Saw my agent in Africa, in South Africa, and he happened to be building motorhomes. They were what I call grandma's motorhomes, dark timber inside, didn't like the design.
Yeah.
But he's got 60 hire vehicles, which he rents out to the Europeans who drive around Namibia, Botswana and Africa. Shit roads, as they are, as bad as they are here, if not worse.
Yeah.
But they held together.
Okay.
So the bottom line, it was good.
The bones of it
The
were...
bones of it was good.
Yeah.
He just needed my ideas. So anyway, 20 minutes later, we shook hands. He came out here. I went over there again.
Yeah.
And we built motorhomes.
Right.
So that business plus my super single wheel business, we combined together to form Australian Venture Vehicles. My son got involved with it.
Yeah.
So he manages that, and I go around the world now. It's not quite as simple as that, but it's a lot of bloody hard work. And
I don't doubt it. It's not a bad way to be enjoying it, though.
yeah. I've retired 5 times and probably, as you can see, I was at work today answering the phone and doing orders.
Yeah.
I'm back here for 7 days, 5 days, and I've spent 4 days in the office so far.
Yeah.
But I'm a workaholic, enjoy it. I love the product, so that's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's one of my dramas with it, with some of it too, is it's like my lady's always saying, you need a holiday, need some downtime, but I'm like, I can't turn my head off.
No.
Like even on a Saturday, Sunday, if I have 2 days off in a row, I'm itchy feet by like lunchtime because
You got
I'm
the bits of paper next to your bed at 2 o'clock in the morning? I know that idea.
yeah. I got but the notes list in the phone is very long.
Yeah.
with all the different ideas.
I should try the phone because I pick up the paper and go, what in the hell did I write there?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's like I can grab the phone whatever time that my head starts going, and I don't have to turn a light on. It's just I can see the phone, and I'll just make little notes.
Well, I just do a squiggle, and then I can go back to sleep knowing that tomorrow morning I'll address that.
Yeah,
Sort the problem out.
Yep.
Design the new product, whatever it is.
And so you obviously with partners overseas, you'd have a lot of manufacturing that you can get access to over there as well.
We do some overseas, we do some here. I mean, it all depends where it is. I mean, people, not China as far as that sort of thing, but I've been to the factories there and they are so far ahead of us here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, we have no manufacturing in this country really to speak of.
Not on any kind of mass level.
No, but the machinery they've got is just spectacular, and the government supports them.
Yeah.
And it's. I mean, we've now got a program we've got on our system there that now will test the product for 20,000 tests at a certain load capacity, so we know after we do the CAD drawing, we've purposely tested the product. So when it goes to manufacturing, be it here or there or Vietnam, wherever it happens to be, we know it's going to work.
Yeah.
And of course, I've got it on my truck overseas or wherever it happens to be, and bounce it around, and we know it's been proven and tested. And
Yeah, I think China stuff. There's still a certain level of things that cop a bit of grief from quality control, but that's more of a joke towards things like Temu and the $5
the Chinese don't
items.
buy that cheap rubbish.
That's what I mean. That's like they make it for us.
Yeah.
Well, and Americans and everybody else to buy. They're like
The locals won't buy the cheap, the $2 stuff.
No, they're like these idiots overseas will buy this crap. So okay, cool. So when you can basically take the rigors of product testing and put it through whatever cycles on a computer in 5 minutes versus 2 years or whatever it is.
That's right.
Yeah,
It's a big, expensive program, but it's viable. It's what makes the products work, and the confidence in saying to a guy, "That's what I'll do."
Yeah, that's cool. Is that obviously takes everything. I mean, I guess if it's some sort of CAD-based program where you're putting in the parameters of the steel thickness, wall height, like
All
whatever
that sort of
else,
thing, yeah.
you're going to have to do that anyway to get someone to
design
make it.
Yeah, so it's a full CAD drawing. So
Yeah.
you basically take that prototype in a 3D dimension
Yeah.
and test it. And yeah, it fails, so you change it, put a gusset in and
Yeah.
do whatever is necessary.
Because that must take CAD on its own has probably brought things from however long it was to a lot quicker. But that concept of that program must just turn an idea
Well,
into
we've got a full-time CAD drawer in the system there.
Yeah.
That's all he does is sit there all day long. And
Yeah.
my son particularly and myself will go in and say, okay, what about this? We need an extra. We put 40-inch tyres on a Fuso canter. We need an extra step.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Design it, test it.
So, I mean, that obviously fast tracks from the point of an idea through to a pretty confident, workable prototype, albeit...
Still 6 months. Still
really?
It still takes time.
Yeah, right.
I mean, everybody's busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it still takes
6 months is still, from an idea to a workable prototype, that's still pretty quick.
We're happy with it,
Yeah. And as far as, because, Australia being probably one of the most restricted aftermarket sort of modification, industries, for you guys, when you take a stock, the Fuso or the NPS,
NPS, yeah.
are you doing it's pre-rego, so you're before...
No, we are a second stage manufacturer.
Okay.
So everything we do is complianced through ADR approved.
Yep.
And then the vehicle goes out with our SSM, second stage manufacturing approval on that. With the super single wheel suspension, seat changes and all that.
Yeah, okay. So that, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong, but would you not have more freedom if you got it pre-rego to do any kind of mod?
No, this is pre-rego.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
So it is pre-rego. So once you've got an SSM, then we go and register the vehicle.
Right, okay, yeah.
So but obviously it's all got to be approved. The engineer's got to approve it. We have an external engineer. We don't do anything ourselves internally.
Yeah, no, I do the same thing, yeah.
He will come here sort of every Thursday
Yeah.
and sign the trucks off that are on the shop floor there. And then we say, okay, look, we're thinking about doing this. And yeah, you can do that, but you can't do this. You've got to change this idea and then back to the drawing boards. And
do you guys, at any point, do you have to do like those lane change tests and stuff like that? Or
no, because it's a four-wheel drive, we don't get involved in that.
Right, okay.
But the whole thing's going to change in November when the new Euro 6 vehicles come out.
What's this?
It's all all the diesels in Australia now that are imported are Euro 5.
Right.
So there's no AdBlue.
Oh, I heard about this. Someone was telling me about these new Hiluxes are on AdBlue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So the Mercedes Sprinter and all that is all AdBlue currently. The Iveco Daily is AdBlue.
Yeah.
Currently Fuso Isuzu are not AdBlue.
Okay.
November it all changes.
Right.
Which is all the garbage on the side of the chassis rails, which we've got to change all our drawings as far as toolboxes and where we put extra water and fuel and...
And what's this for? What are they doing it for?
Greenies.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, mate, but that's... Yep.
God, is there any other industries they want to fuck with?
Mm-hmm.
You probably can't say that, but I fucking can.
We've got to just, sort it out.
Grin and bear it kind of deal.
Redo it. Yeah, that's it. So a lot of things we can't do until we actually get a chassis here. We can't get drawings out of Fuso and Isuzu what the new plans are. So
aren't those trucks? They're a C-section chassis, aren't they?
Yeah.
So couldn't you do a lot of that stuff inside the chassis?
Yeah, but you've got a lot of stuff that they've moved inside the chassis as well too, with all this pollution gear, and you've got another. There's so much garbage goes on these trucks now.
What is that going to mean for the average owner, like as an ongoing thing?
It means that you've always got to have AdBlue in there.
Yep.
Which is an extra expense for running. It's not that expensive, but you've got to run it.
Yep.
But from an international, if you're driving across long distances, Madigan's Line, Canning Stock Route, something like that, and keep in mind, in Australia-wise, AdBlue is I can't think what it is. It's a urea.
Right.
So after 3 months, it goes off.
Okay.
So you've got to have fresh stuff all the time.
Yeah.
So you've got to carry that. So there's no point throwing a 44-gallon drum of it on board because after 3 months, it's useless. So as far as travelling overseas, You can't get AdBlue through Central and Northern Africa, South America, and lots of these places. So the hunt's going to be on for what we have now. So second-hand vehicles are going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
Because Euro 5, which what we've got here now,
Yeah.
is definitely in demand.
I was going to say, yeah, I'd be stockpiling a paddock of them.
Well, we did. We bought a number of trucks. We were very fortunate to get a significant number of Raw Fire, which were cancelled. We bought those and had those in stock, but we've only got 3 dual cabs left at the moment.
Yeah.
And that's it. Once they're gone, this might sound a bit of a sales spill, but they're gone.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, there's a couple other floating around. The competitors have got a couple, good on them.
Yeah.
But one should jump in now and do it, because I certainly don't want a Euro 6 with AdBlue.
No.
And it's more complicated.
So for the average everyday guy that doesn't understand what is involved in that, so I know you're saying like it's got a shelf life. Has it got a shelf life as far as once air's hit it, or can you get these little little 5 litre things and you can store some of them? Or
I guess so. I'm not really into it totally myself.
No.
But I know if you don't have AdBlue into that fuel mix, because it goes in through the exhaust system.
Yeah.
If you don't have that in there, your vehicle will shut down and stall on the side of the road. It won't move.
So it's computer driven as far as the sensors and that.
And you can't go and pull it apart. Right.
No.
Yeah. They've got all that covered.
Yeah, but you weren't
And if
supposed
you pull it all out,
yeah.
you've got a 12-monthly road check, being over 4.5 tonne truck.
Oh,
It's not going to work either. So
I was thinking that with the old DPF putting the shell back in and looks all legit, but it's not really there.
well, no.
But yeah, I get
Not if
that.
they do a roadworthy check on it.
No, because that's like, yeah, I've never
See,
had.
under 4.5 tonne, it's not a problem because, okay, you only get a check when you sell it.
Yeah,
But over 4.5 tonne, which is all these trucks.
yeah. What license does that mean? Is that medium?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, LR, light rigid.
Light rigid. Okay.
Yeah, anything over 4.5 tonne is a light rigid. Over 8 tonne is a medium rigid.
Right. Okay. Cool. And they're still are they auto or manual?
They can be both. The
Right.
Fuso is only manual.
Yeah.
The Isuzu currently is a manual and an AMT, which is an automated manual. Not ideal, but that's another discussion point from that point of view. It's not ideal for towing. It overheats.
That's the you've got to move it like a manual, but there's no clutch, or
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
The computer will do it for you.
Yeah. Okay. I drove a truck ages ago, and it was an auto, but the revs changed like a manual.
It will lag through every gear. So
Yes.
if you're going through a roundabout, you go first gear, thinking, second gear, thinking, third gear.
Yes.
Whereas you can do a manual change much quicker yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're towing, then
You want that. Yeah.
your
Don't want the
transmission
lag.
will overheat. Then you've got to put a transmission cooler in. Why don't you just buy the right product to start with?
Yeah, there's that.
Right.
Well, it's kind of like Toyota and their wheel track on the 79 series.
Yeah. But, yeah, there's a market for it, so
Yeah.
it's there. But, yeah, Isuzu have got a new auto coming out in their new series. But, again, we don't know too much about it other than there's something new happening.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, do you guys do any kind of aftermarket, like refurbishing? Like if someone's got one of the older trucks, can they come to you?
Yeah.
And
We can fit the accessories on it. We don't play with the Isuzu part of it or
Yep.
the Fuso part of it. We don't play with the engines and things like that.
Yep.
But suspension, winches front and rear, rust proofing, suspension seating,
Yeah.
bash plates and all those sort of things. So, yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. So someone, if they miss out at the moment, there's still options to get one of these trucks that don't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right.
Otherwise, you won't have a business either.
Well, there's that.
Yeah. I mean, we're still supplying parts for Fusos, which are, 1995, way back then?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of those coming through, sometimes out of Rural Fire and out of other businesses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, wheels and bull bars and winches for those and the old Isuzus, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of those go through the workshop all the time. There's always a couple then every week, 2 or 3 a week.
Yeah, that's very cool. And as far as all right, so you've got this just a passion for everything off road at a younger age.
Yeah.
You get into the business side of it. What was your first kind of? I mean, obviously you've gone through the initial partnership. You've gone out. You've met old mate overseas. You come back here and you start doing everything you're doing now. It's like, Is that just a kind of copy and paste from the first one with a different design? Like, or have you
Everything evolves.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Almost every single, in fact, when we're talking Global Explorer, which is the motorhome,
Yeah.
every one evolves. You get and there's a owner's Facebook page, which is obviously a private Facebook page, and they say, oh, look, this didn't work, or by the way, I've built a new draw system or whatever it happens to be.
Yeah.
Gee, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So we throw that into production.
Yep.
That's what it is. I've got 102 of them out there at the moment, so they're evolving all the time, and so.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good.
That same thing happens with the normal trucks as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah, people come up with an idea, and you've got all these people out there thinking what's better than yesterday.
Yeah.
So that's our tomorrow.
And so that's a lot of, obviously you guys have your own ideas and bits and pieces, and you're obviously out there using the stuff as well.
Yeah.
But you obviously not against the concept of anybody coming back with some feedback on what about this, what about that.
No.
And, yeah.
Welcome it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's only one brain here, and my son's got a great brain as well.
Yeah.
But if someone comes in and says, "What's that you do it like this?"
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously a practical way of going through the whole process.
Yeah.
But like anything, definitely.
Yeah, it's so much better. Like the little bit smaller style, companies where you've got access to the person that is making the decisions. It's also not just sitting in an office somewhere, but actually out using the gear. Going, fuck, that'd be a good idea. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, we do push them to the limit. Well, I certainly do anyway.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
500,000 bloody Ks in not.
And that doesn't count Australia.
Yeah,
That's only overseas stuff.
Wow.
We've done Cape York 14 times. I've done Madigan's Line 5 or 6 or 7 times. Canning Stock Route twice, and they're the major ones. Yeah. That everyone says, oh, wow, this is the big adventure. And it is.
Yeah. What's for somebody that's looking at the possibility of doing the typical, four-wheel drive in a caravan versus going down this sort of track, what's the parts that are more, I mean, I guess it's everybody's personal opinion, but from your opinion, and you've done a lot of different stuff in both sides of it, what makes you go, this is the better choice for me?
Because you're individual in your own right. I mean, we've
pull that one in just a little bit. Yeah, you're right.
Sorry. We started out with a tent, and then you go to a little Jayco caravan, and then you go to an ultimate caravan, and then you go to a troopy with a pop-top roof, and it goes through that process.
Yep.
And you're starting to realise that as an independent vehicle, a single vehicle, parking in the streets, doing a U-turn, finding a camp spot, all I need is a bit of space that's 2.1 metres wide and 6 metres long. Doesn't matter what in the hell is outside of that.
Yeah.
That's my campsite for the night. I just need that bit of square dirt.
It's just that footprint. That's it.
It's just the footprint.
Wow. Yeah,
so
true.
you think, okay, there's a good campsite. We pull in amongst a line of trees.
Yeah.
You've got a 20-foot, 30-foot plus caravan behind you.
Yeah.
Then try and do a U-turn.
Yeah.
Or then someone comes up and says, well, okay, I don't like you on this bit of land, or whatever the case may be, and you've got to get out, or thunderstorm strikes and you've got to move quickly.
Yeah.
It's so much easier just with a vehicle, just to jump in the front and just go.
That's true.
I mean, bear in mind that all these motorhomes that we build have got a crawl through from the module into the front cabin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So if you get an uncomfortable situation,
you don't even have to go outside.
Just jump in the front and drive away from the problem.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
It's everything that we do is designed from experience.
Yes.
And that's the subtle difference to so many other companies. We're out there using, abusing, and making it happen.
And the people that are making the decisions are the ones out there using and abusing and all that. So it's like you've got it's a pretty direct line of feedback.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, right.
I mean, a lot of people are going to put showers and toilets in the entryway of a motorhome. Yes, it saves space, but it's what I call a Clayton's of an idea. It's a great idea that does not work.
Right, okay.
Your lady's on the toot, you're outside barbecuing, the sausages need something, you can't get inside.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Simple like that.
Yeah.
You're outside and it's muddy, you walk, or outside and it's dusty, you walk inside the shower area, that dust turns to mud.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Yeah, okay.
Practical experience.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of, I never even thought about half of that stuff.
Fridge. The fridge is always in the middle of the motorhome.
Yep.
You put it at the back end, all your fruit and veggies do this all day long,
Yeah. Okay.
right?
Yep.
The centre of the vehicle is the most stable part of the whole deal.
Yep. Yeah, for the most part, I've always had my fridges at the front of my canopy because that's also it's closer
Well,
to
the centre of the vehicle, isn't it?
Yeah.
The same sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Wow. Yeah, because you think, and I've thought about this a couple of times of doing like some sort of little toy hauler or weekender, that sort of thing. Mostly for me because I'm like, if I go somewhere and we park up, I don't want to have to pack up the arse end of my truck, my ute, pull the awnings in, do this and that, whatever else, just to go to the pub or wherever to get more beer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, at least I can leave the toy hauler set up. But we've had a look at the front end of them, and it's like even the concept of where to put stuff is like you could see where you would go through a couple of trips and go, fuck, I did that wrong. Yeah. And being that you guys are the manufacturer and doing all that, it's a pretty quick change for you to go, whether it's feedback from your own experiences or those like the drawers or stuff like that, you can just go, yep that's a good idea. Yeah. That's
but
cool.
I guess the biggest thing is people turn around and say, okay, as far as a caravan, I can leave the caravan there on site and I can, as you say, go to town and pick up another beer.
Yeah.
The length of time it takes to unhook the caravan,
Yeah.
I can wind the awning in, jump the front and go to and get that same beer.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Your setup,
and you think, but you lose your campsite. There's plenty of 2 metre by 6 metre squares of spots in the ground.
Yeah.
You don't have to have the same one.
Yeah.
And tomorrow night's a new campsite with a new view. Why not?
Yeah, I like that. I like the concept of I mean, even 12 grand, you sort of turn around and go like, that's just that thought process has opened up a whole different line of thinking for me with the concept of going overseas.
We did Japan in 2013. So we shipped the vehicle and drove around Japan for 4 months.
Yeah, right.
So it was 10 grand over, 12 grand back, 22 grand for 4 months.
Yep.
But go back to what I was saying about doing a Rhine River cruise.
Yeah.
I paid camping for one site for 2 nights and it cost me $10 in 4 months. That's the only camping fees I paid.
Wow. And then I guess the other side of the coin is if you're not coming back each time, if you're hopping, like, because to get to America, where did it go?
We went via South Korea and Japan, but I mean, I didn't have anything to do with that. It just offloaded the row vehicle, roll on, roll off, the same as your Japanese, German, Korean car comes to Australia.
Yeah.
It's an enclosed. It's not swing lifted onto the front of a cargo ship and salt spray and all that. It's driven into a self-contained row vessel.
Right.
Which will have 5,000 cars and 2,000 trucks and caterpillar tractors and farm machinery.
Right. So you can't go, no, take it off there for me at,
No.
Right.
You book it in Brisbane and it comes off in Seattle.
Yeah,
in
okay,
that
that
case,
makes
or
sense.
Kobe or whatever it happens to be around the world.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, like 12 grand, that's not bad.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah, right.
And then you can drive from Alaska to South America. Well, okay, you've got to put it on the ship outside of Cartagena or from Panama to Cartagena in Colombia.
Yep.
But if you get it to Europe, you drive from the UK effectively right across to China because it's one big bit of land.
One big, I keep saying parcel of land. I don't know where I keep getting that from, but yeah, one big chunk of land.
Or
Colombia.
from the UK to South America, to South Africa.
You smoke cigars?
No, but
Yeah.
I have done.
Yeah, I was going to say that would be one thing for me. Like I love a good cigar, and Cubans would be, well, I mean, yeah, depending on where you're going, I guess.
Colombia,
Yeah.
good rum,
Yeah,
good cigars.
Yeah, true.
So you front up at you see, there's a rum factory here.
Yeah.
Go and have a tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I mean, you turn up in a vehicle like that, and they go, "Wow, this is interesting." Got a map on the side that with all the lines where you've been, and it starts a discussion.
Yeah.
Do you want to come inside and have a look through the factory? Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Then
that's
they
cool.
get the president's rum out. Have a taste of this. Not supposed to know about that, but
Yeah,
try,
yeah.
Gee, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Yeah, no. So many doors can be opened up.
Is how effective is the Aussie accent cruising around over there?
Oh, they know it.
Yeah, okay.
You don't think you talk about an accent.
No, I don't think I do.
But in Canada, like last week, people come up to you and say, "Oh, you're an Aussie."
Yeah, right.
So I turn around and say, "Gee, you talk funny too."
I hear it. I hear it in in movies and stuff like that, and it's like We don't fucking sound like that, but
We do.
You reckon?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, they pick it.
Yeah, right. I don't know. You hear it sometimes in movies where they've got, especially if they've got someone who's not Australian playing an Australian.
Yeah,
it's like they turn it up a little bit too much. Yeah, right.
I
That's
try
so
not to
funny.
say good day, and I try not to say mate. It's our lingo back here.
Yeah,
Because it sort of gives it away.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you think you're talking normal all the time, but
Yeah.
no, there's that twang or whatever it happens to be in there that just says, "Guess what, guys?"
Yeah, if you walk up to someone,
But it's
you know,
nice though.
Yeah,
They love us over there.
yeah. The old "g'day, mate's" a pretty dead giveaway. But like I've had conversations with people in the past where you're at a pub or whatever, and they've said to me like where are you from? I'm like, I'm fucking Brisbane, mate. But it's like I don't know, because I think it's like that American growing up with pretty much everything I've watched is basically American. Like I can't fucking stand Neighbours and that stuff, but I'll watch Friends or Seinfeld or one of them, and I feel like the interaction with an accent is a lot more American than it is with Australian. But I can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
No, it's so strange.
It must be there. So
Yeah.
there we go.
Oh, there you go. So what's next? What do you guys got coming up as far as?
Well, I fly back to Canada on Tuesday.
Yes.
I've got 3 months in Canada,
Yeah.
which we'll do. We'll leave Canada. We'll do outside of Calgary. There's a lot of dinosaur fossils, which sort of interests me. Fossils
Yeah.
and active volcanoes is my pet love, I guess.
So things that are dead and things that can kill you.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
Yeah, we've slid down active volcanoes and things
Yeah,
like
right.
that. Yeah, no, it's cool.
Bloody adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do that. Then we'll go down to Yellowstone and
Yeah.
wander around that and a bit of the American tourism type stuff. Then back into Canada, and I'll do a track I want to do in the northern Newfoundland,
Yeah. Okay.
which is a dotted line on the map there. So I want to do that and a bit more in Nova Scotia, and then
Yeah.
that'll put us about mid-December. We'll come back to Australia. So we'll do certainly it'll be -10, -15 in Canada. So we'll do a bit of ice driving and snow driving at that time.
You're not going to stay over there for Christmas?
No, I'm going to come back for Christmas,
Okay.
New Year, and we'll go back about mid-February.
Yeah.
And I would like to do one of the ice roads at that time.
Okay.
And then we'll turn around and then head south through the US for a few months, and
Yeah, I'd love.
again do 3 months on, 3 months off. That's always our plan. It's my wife's sort of rule
Yeah.
that we do. Come home every 3 months, and that's fine by me. I've got business and we've got grandkids and great grandkids, so yeah.
Yeah. No, that's I've
gotta figure
always wanted to do a white Christmas over there. I think that'd be.
It's cold.
Well, I don't doubt it, but just because it's like every Christmas we've ever had here, it's hot.
It's sweating.
Yeah. It'd be nice to have a
cold
bloody
one.
cabin and a fire and stuff like that. That'd be fun.
Well, we'll have the fire and we'll have the snow and
Yeah.
all that sort of thing. It just won't be Christmas, but
Yeah.
we'll experience the climates of that terrain at that time of the year.
Yeah.
That'll be a bit different for us.
Have you been? You mentioned Yellowstone before. Have you been there before?
Yeah, we have. We did 3 years in continental North America, 2011, 12, 13.
Right.
So yes, we've done snow. We've been -20 in Bolivia. I'd have been +52 in Sudan. So that's our absolutely extremes.
Wow. Yeah, +52. I'd rather
was hot.
I'd rather be cold than hot.
Yeah, I didn't mind. I don't like cold. My
It'd be
wife
real
likes cold.
dry heat there, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't a sweaty heat. It's just very, very dry heat.
Slowly getting baked.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Air conditioning didn't work in the truck then either, by the way. Just
Oh,
to
no.
make it interesting.
Ah,
Anyway,
yeah, right.
yeah, -20 in Bolivia. We had frozen diesel and obviously frozen water. We were outside of the capital looking for Butch Cassidy's and the Sundance Kids. Their graves are out in the desert.
Okay.
So we're out there. We were bogged in the desert with a flat tyre, frozen diesel and frozen water.
Yeah.
Not a great position to be in.
No.
So we finished up by changed the tyre in that temperature, which was hard work, but anyway, I got that done.
Yeah.
Managed to push the vehicle around so we had sunshine on the fuel tank. Got that just melted enough that I could get the exhaust pipe from the internal diesel heater to get the exhaust pipe from the heater into the fuel tank.
Yeah.
That melted the fuel, which allowed us to get the truck started and mobile and get out of there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit,
MacGyver.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's heaps cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing where I don't know. I'd be sitting there at the end of that going like that was a good little story to tell, but during it'd be a little bit stressful.
Painful. It's a great round the barbecue story, but at the time it was like bloody cold and sore fingers and cursing and
yeah, right. Now you've got a list of some stuff. You got some things going on there.
No, it's not really. It was just your address, and my son was saying all these things that we're now sort of working on at the moment.
Yeah.
Magnetic fluid shock development is what we're doing. Is our next major project for suspension.
Magnetic fluid shock development.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's a new thing. It's been developed for, and I'll have to read what my son's written here. It's his project at the moment.
Yeah.
It's magnetic fluid shocks. They're using it on military missile trucks at the moment, and it's been proven. And we thought, that sounds pretty damn good. So let's do that. So we've got some prototypes being. I think they're actually air freighted at the moment. So we'll throw them on an Isuzu actually we're doing it on a Fuso.
Yeah.
So we'll check that out and push those to the limits and go from there. We've got a pop-top camper, what I call a work camper. A fiberglass module with a couple of gull-wing doors and lift-up roof that'll carry 200 kilo.
Okay.
So it's got solar panels and a bed and all that sort of thing. So it's a cheap-end profile camper for workers and for young family.
Yeah.
I've got that on the go. I've got a pop-top camper in development at the moment as well. We're actually developing a new truck as well because you probably don't know, but we bought the Russian gas truck over to Australia.
No. What's that?
It's a four-wheel drive truck out of Russia.
Yeah.
Which was great. We bought 15 of them into the country and sold them straight away.
Right.
Ordered 25 more, and then Russia invaded Ukraine.
Right.
Which stuffed that entire system.
Yeah.
Obviously, political, ethically, socially, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Couldn't continue business. We still have good working relationships with Gaz in Russia.
Yeah.
They developed the truck for us. We were the first Western country who had them. They actually built a civilian version for us.
Yeah.
Put in all the right electrics that for Australia.
Yeah.
ADR approved it offshore.
Yeah.
Had it approved back here. Got it on the road legally.
Yeah.
It was great, but then shut the whole thing down with what they did with Ukraine.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a bummer from that point of view. So anyway, we're developing another truck at the moment with 41-inch tyres, Cummins 4.8 turbo diesel motor and a 6-speed Allison gearbox.
Right.
Don't ask me any more questions because you won't get an answer.
Well, it's not going to have the blue issue.
No, it will do, unfortunately, because it's developed now.
Yeah. Okay.
My son was overseas a couple of weeks ago. He should be driving it in the next 3-4 weeks.
Right.
Then they get it ADR approved and then come out here. Actually, we'll fly our engineer over and get it ADR approved offshore.
Yep.
And then we'll bring the prototype out here, do 6-9 months testing here.
Yeah.
And then we'll hit the production button. So, yeah.
Yeah, right.
If we can't get the right product made here, we'll stuff it. We'll make it ourselves.
Yeah, no, hey, look, I love it. And look, I'm the same with when I'm doing the chops on like the 80 and all that sort of stuff. I've got a bloke that comes to do all the engineering and that. My thing is because, first of all, I can't, even if I wanted to. But I like the third party. You know, it's like his license, his business, his everything to make sure I've done it right, which keeps me, not that I do anything dodgy with it anyway, but it keeps me accountable and it's an extra pair of eyes. Yeah. I mean, I've done enough of these now that it's pretty well. He comes out, has a look, and it's not exactly a big process anymore. But the fact that it's being done, that you guys are doing it that way, makes a lot of sense as far as.
Well, first of all, we're working with a major international truck manufacturer.
Yeah.
So you've got their reputation behind that, and as you say, expertise, and then you've got your engineer side, who's a standalone, independent person, his reputation's on stake as well.
Yep.
Fix that, and we sort it out and move on.
Yeah, right.
So, that's a rather exciting project. So
yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, so there's lots of things still happening in the pipeline, and lots of future.
Is there any crossover for you with people that have got like other trucks that some of your rear end gear you can sort of retrofit or
not really? No, I mean we based around the Fuso and Isuzu.
Yeah.
So the 4x4 trucks, we get lots of people coming here with a 4x2 and can I put super single wheels on that? sorry, mate, I don't have compliance. Compliance is $12,000, $14,000. Their compliance, it's not worth it for 5 inquiries a year for a 4x2.
No, that's fair.
So yeah, we're specialists in a certain area.
Yeah.
It's rather unique in that area.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah.
Can you see them every now and then? There's these big rigs getting around and they'll tow like a little Jimny or something like that. Can you do that on the back of yours? Are they able to be done?
Yeah, but it's not where I want to be.
No, fair call.
Yeah. Oh, look, we've certainly sold our motorhomes, and a couple of those are towing, particularly boats or a small vehicle.
Yeah.
But I can't see the point of having an off-road, independent, standalone vehicle.
Yeah.
That you've got to leave your little Jimny in Birdsville so you can drive across the desert, then come back again, pick up your Jimny and drive around the block through Adelaide.
Yeah.
To do it, it doesn't quite.
No, that does make sense. The boat though would be cool, but then you're not going to take that through there anyway.
Well, you're not, but I mean, you've got people who are fishermen and live in Victoria, and they tow their boat to the Gulf Country twice a year. And yeah, brilliant. And they've got their standalone house.
What can you tow with one of them? Is there like a
3.5, 4.5 ton, depending on the hook and the tow bar and the couplings and the like.
Yeah, right. That's a fair amount of weight.
It's a lot of weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've got to be within the GCM of the vehicle.
Yep.
So, but yeah.
Yeah, for those bigger, like extended families, you could almost do all that and have another thing on the back of it as well.
That's why the dual cabs are handy. Sort of dual cab tray, kinetic subframe with big fuel tanks and water tanks underneath, module on top, couple of pop-top tents on that.
Yep.
Tow your caravan behind for your luxury side of your accommodation of driving around Australia.
Yep.
Leave your caravan and then go bush for a few days with the family and enjoy that, and come back, pick up your van and continue your loop around.
Yeah, right.
A lot of that happening.
Yeah.
And we do a lot of those builds. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's getting more and more, especially with the price of houses and stuff these days. It's like, anybody that isn't already in the market, like it's next to impossible to get in.
Yeah.
So it's like this is something that, and especially like you don't have the problem of not liking your neighbours.
No, just move on.
Just move on, yeah.
Oh, I mean, a lot of the people who are doing the caravan stuff, you've got plumbers and electricians, things like that. To find work in country towns, they're screaming for them.
Yeah.
So you actually make a business out of driving around and moving from town to town. And I mean, I've got someone who's set up their motorhome or their camper with a espresso coffee maker in the back of it.
Nice.
And that pays for their fuel.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What a great idea.
Yeah. See, out in the track somewhere and someone drive past you. Yeah, want a coffee? Yeah. Good.
What a cool little business.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you've seen, is there any that sort of come to mind with people that have come back after doing trips and they've done modifications and you're like, fuck, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
You look at it and sort of, you learn from experience and learn from others' experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, being that you're out using it's probably the best foundation for it, because there'd be nothing worse than sort of coming back and having that kind of boss, that CEO that's like, oh, no, everything's working the way it is, leave it alone.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
We're very open to ideas, and I mean, every day there's a discussion within the office and the workshop manager and everybody is all interacting and trying to do things. Sometimes we hit the nail on the head and say, no, that you can't do it like that. It's but we listen to it all, and the team's great.
And is there much sort of personalisation at the point of someone ordering one to go, look, I really want to do this type of interior, or
to some degree? I mean, we don't do specialist build. Obviously, we build a production product that makes it economical.
Yes.
As soon as you start doing a tow bar that's totally different to another one, it's engineering comes involved with it. Your external engineer's got to approve it.
Yeah.
There's a lot more background behind it. You've sometimes just got to hit the nail on the head and say, I'm sorry, can't do that.
Yeah, and it's probably going to take twice as long and cost twice as much.
Not even twice as much, 3-4 times as much.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so unfortunately, you've got to say no sometimes.
No, I get that.
But the list of products we've got is fairly extensive. It runs, for Fuso and Isuzu, I think there's nearly 4 double-side pages of accessories that we can offer.
Yeah, right.
So you go through there and you go through your tick box and say, okay, where are you going to drive? What are you going to do? What's your ultimate plan of driving style and all these sorts of things.
Yeah.
Okay, so we recommend this sort of suspension, these sort of tyres, yeah, and go through the process with the client and build the truck accordingly to their desires of their expectations.
So it's like, yeah, with that amount of choice, it's almost like custom production.
You are custom,
Yeah.
but you're building it with products that have been tried and proven
Yeah.
that are off the shelf, and we've got on the shelf there.
Yeah, that makes so much more sense than going and buying like a Land Cruiser and having to go to 7 different shops.
Yeah.
You know, and half the time those guys just want to sell you something, and it's
Just
not
for the
about,
sake of selling it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had clients who I said, no, you don't want that, and I've taken it off the list
Yeah.
because I my own heart, I can't just sell them for the sake of selling it.
No.
It's got to be practical for the use.
Yeah. Yeah, I do that a little bit down here on a much, much smaller scale in regard to someone coming in with an old rig and wanting to, whether it's a chop or whatever, and, they see a lot of the stuff on TV and they're like, oh, what's it cost to chop it and do a chassis extension and this and that. And the amount of people, like I'll send people up to like Limitless or DMW, like when they're wanting that level of stuff, because I'm not chopping your chassis.
Yeah.
Like I'll do your sheet metal work, but like that's kind of where I'll draw the line.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that we've done it for, where once you've had a conversation about what it is that they want to do with it, you're like, mate, you're not going through Glasshouse in a chassis extended rig.
No, that's
Like,
right.
You just like they see these boys on, and Ruben come down from DMW and did an episode with us talking about like the rig that he had on 24/7. He was like, mate, that's not why I built it. Like it looks good on camera.
Yeah.
But he's like, that's not what they're for.
Yeah.
You sort of start talking to people about what it is that they want to achieve with it, and you're like, mate, you're throwing money away.
Yeah, it's important to have that initial discussion.
Yeah.
What's your game plan?
Yeah.
And then build the vehicle accordingly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we get that even with the tyres. Guys are like, oh, what's a set of muds worth for this and that? What are you doing with them? Going on the beach. Why do you want muds?
Yeah.
Just those simple conversations and educating people on tyre pressures and all that sort of stuff is like, it just saves people spending twice.
Yeah.
And being happy with it, with what their intention, what their intended use was.
You've really got to have that discussion, particularly so far as tyres, because so many people overload their rigs,
Yeah.
which then causes tyre problems. So if you start with the right tyre,
Yeah.
you won't have those initial issues. Therefore, that discussion right up front is important.
Yeah.
You're towing 3.5 or more tonne, it's got to be this sort of rim size and this sort of tyre.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Is it much of a, like for people that get into them, is it much of an aftermarket, like a sales thing, like they hold their value pretty well?
Well, at the moment they do.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
especially with this
Well,
new law.
the new ones running in,
Yeah.
they're going to hold their value pretty well.
Yeah.
And because the supply of the Euro 5 trucks is getting less and less,
Yeah.
the price has been edging up.
Yeah.
So the last sort of 6 months, they've probably gone up 10, 15, 20, 25, that sort of area there.
Yeah.
So the second-hand ones are edging up and following the new prices as well too.
Yeah.
So
I remember when the supply and demand for those 79s, I remember there was guys that were like putting their names down for them and selling them and making money before they even took delivery.
yeah, that's right.
Because they were messing with it so much.
Well, the GXs that we sold 2-3 years ago
Yeah.
were considerably less priced than they are now, because the chassis has gone up more, labour costs are more, everything, right? It's
Yeah.
all changed, currencies have changed.
Yeah.
They're selling them for $5,000 more than they paid for them.
Yeah. There you go.
So they're basically getting their money back after 18 months, 2 years of travelling around Australia.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Did you guys? How did you guys go through all the COVID stuff?
We were flat out.
Yeah.
Absolutely ballistic.
Yeah. Yeah. I've said it on here a few times too. We never took a day off.
No.
It was just
We were
yeah.
incredible times.
Yeah. It's definitely messed with. My experience anyway. It's messed with the staffing side of it though.
Oh, staffing's the worst part of the business, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a great team, but we're always short. I can guarantee you we're 5 short of staff now.
Really?
Just standard. We've got 18, I think, on staff at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just painful.
It is. That's a diplomatic word for it. I've called it worse. So, all right. So you've got all the product, all the customizable options of choice. I really want to come over and have a look through it.
I think you damn well should do that.
Yeah.
Come around, we'll walk you around the workshop,
That'd be awesome.
show you where it starts and where it finishes. And
is that available? Because obviously I drive past the front quite a
well,
bit.
you see all the trucks out the front there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always busy, and we've got the sales room next door.
Yeah.
And inside the sales room, there's another 10 so vehicles sitting in there, either waiting for delivery to clients or waiting to go in the workshop. So
because I've watched it over the last few years expand from at least the signage I've seen. It was like when you drive past the front, it was a lot to the right. Then it was the right and the middle, and now it's the right, the middle, and the left.
that's right.
And it just
Well, bear in mind, in 2018, it was in my shed at home.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So it started in a shed. I built another shed.
Yeah.
And then this was just crazy.
Yeah.
So we bought this property down here, and then
Yeah.
originally it was going to be half the shed,
Yeah.
and I was going to rent the other half out. Nah, we needed that room almost immediately.
Yeah, right.
Then we built another 3 bays there, and then the opportunity to get next door as well, and we just had to take that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
it's natural progression, and
Yeah.
it's all been self-financed, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I remember the American Chopper. I remember watching the show back then when they were riding the wave of custom choppers, and I think it was like a $16 million building or something they built, and it was within 5 minutes of that. You know, because I remember seeing you talking about the loan for it and all that, and it was, you know, just even back then with my limited knowledge on business, I was like, Jesus, you don't have too many slow months and that's going to become a problem quick. But like watching you guys expand, it's been like you can see, and it's not just the signage and the buildings, it's like the trucks are getting more and more trucks out the
There's
front.
more and more trucks all the time.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. And we're all totally self-financed.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's There's confidence in that we make a deal, we handshake on that, and it's set in stone.
Yeah, I think that was one part for me with this was when I went through a divorce in 2016, and I took nothing out of that house other than my clothes. And when I went to do this, I rented a 1 bay off a mate in his shed around in Mackie Way, and then about 6 months into it, or 3 months into it, I rented the second bay. 6 months into it, I had half the shed, and at the 12-month mark, I went and got my own shed.
Good stuff.
And it's like everything here is just, it's like I own it. I still don't have, I ring up whether it's, you know, Raptor or whatever, I ring up, pay for it. There's no lines of credit. I don't even have a credit card. And it just keeps things, that's also from my side of it too, because I like simplicity. I'm like, I get a bill for rent, and I get a bill for electricity, and that's it.
Yep.
And if I don't have the cash for it, I don't buy it. But it's kept me to a point where I'm like, you know, whether it's taking time off, which I don't do, but whether it's taking time off or wanting to buy a new piece of equipment or whatever, it's like, I know what I got to do to earn it, and then that's it. I'll go and buy it, and it's done. And I own it. I don't have to worry about fucking paying the thing off or whatever, and on a much smaller scale than what you guys are doing.
Yeah. But the same philosophy is what we do. So if we can order 20, we order normally 15, 20 bull bars at the same time.
Yeah.
We get a good price, we pay for it straight away, bang.
Yeah.
We get a good deal, that's passed on to the client because obviously there's a margin in there,
Yep.
but it's a margin on a lower starting point.
Yes.
So it helps everyone, it helps us.
Yeah.
That's where the business is growing.
Yeah, that's it.
Because my previous business and my son's business was wholesale.
Okay.
So it was turnover, what was the name of the game.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're in retail, but the philosophy is still the same.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Well, it's helping you guys out with your buy price. It's helping, you're not running accounts, so nobody else is funding it. So you get a good buy price again.
Yeah.
And then if that's getting passed on to the customer in a way of they're not having to spend as much to get
That's
what they want, it's just a full circle.
It's full circle. And
that's awesome.
And it works, and that's why we grow as we're growing.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Well, yeah, no, I definitely want to come around and have a look. It's I'm sick of driving past the front and going,
No, you can't.
that place looks cool.
You got to look behind the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where it really happens.
Very cool. And for anybody that's wanting to get in touch with you, give us your socials and all that?
Probably best to jump on the website. There's a self-ordering system in there as well too. So
Okay.
AAV, www.aav.com.au
Yep.
or Australian Adventure Vehicles.
Yeah.
3205-0380 is direct line to sales.
Yeah.
We've got a designated sales team, very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they can answer all your questions and happy to have a chat. And
they can book a time to come down and check the stuff out in person.
that's the best way to do it. We are busy, but we make time for clients. It's what it's all about.
For sure.
Without them, we don't exist. So we like to look after them. So, yeah, time slot's good. Make the phone call, come down and we'll have a chat.
Yeah, very cool. Well, Kym, thank you very much for coming down.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It was a pleasure to meet you. I love business success stories.
Yeah.
I mean, God, you're obviously doing well. You're obviously having fun with it and out there.
I think that's the important part too.
Yeah, pushing them to the limits and testing them. So that's awesome. Well, mate, you enjoy the rest of your Arvo, and we'll organise a time for me to come around and check it out.
Do that.
Beauty.
That's great.
Thanks very much,
Beautiful.
mate.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Good.
Bye, everybody.